Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Re-Age Super Mega Baseball League, and Buzzards are out to a hot start, sitting at 2-0. They had a come-from-behind victory in Game 1, then this huge, absolutely insane 17-1 win against the Platypi with Kerwin Arches on the mound. We have another workhorse coming out for the Buzzards. This time it's Ansel Carouse facing off against Charlemagne Charleston, someone we almost had join the team in this past offseason, and I'm hoping that we can keep our offense hot and hopefully see the dominant pitching performance continue. Let's take a look at where we want to go with this offense. Let's do this. We have been getting a lot of production from a lot of players here, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move Carlton off for a game. We'll bring in Alonzo Villegas. We'll give him a start and see how he goes. That means we'll keep Chip Duffers in, because, of course, he's tense right now, so it is what it is. Pork has been having a tough game, so let's get Evan Chukoff in for a start. And then let's move Trinity up, but not ahead of Morton Stanberg. I don't know how he's not locked in. He had a grand slam in that last game. But otherwise, I think this is the team I'd like to see roll out there, this lineup. Actually, Villegas can... Let's switch places with Jose. Let's move Villegas down. Let's move him below Duffers, but ahead of Chukov. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so that's the lineup. Let's head out to the Motor Yard, home of the Overdogs. They have a couple of locked-in players, as well as a tense Duke Lang, one of the best hitters in the league, so that'll be helpful for us, at least to start. But no easy walk in the park for Ansel Carouse in this matchup, so we'll see how we can hold up. We'll start with Geronimo James, Jose Tremendo, and Saul Morgan against Charlemagne Charleston. Not the best pitcher in the league, but he does have some really impressive junk. And yes, I know what I said. 500 average on the year for Geronimo James with no home runs and 1 RBI, and gets an off-speed pitch. He sends it right back up the box into center field. The leadoff single, 1 pitch, 1 runner on for the Buzzards. They had a hot start to the game against the Platypi, where they put a few runs across in the first inning. We'll see if they can do the same here. Jose sitting at 429 with no home runs and 1 RBI. First pitch pulled foul on a slider. Fastball high and away, and he swings through it for strike 2, and swings through strike 3. So good pitch sequence there from Charleston, and we get 1 out, runner on first for Saul Morgan, locked in, batting .625 on the year, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, tier 3 low pitch. Gets a low pitch there, but too low, and it's ball 1. Another ball, but this time inside. Throwing a lot of that slider. Fastball low and in, and it's fouled off, out of play, 1-2-1. And a low pitch up the middle, under the glove of the diving Marcel Herrera. Can't make the play, and that'll allow the runner to reach. We'll see really quick. No error there. It counts as a hit. So 2 aboard with 1 out for locked-in Sturdy Woodman, batting .714. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Strike catches the bottom of the zone for the first strike, fouled off for strike 2, and swings through strike 3. So that was interesting for Sturdy, who's been really reliable for us. Now Morton Stanberg comes up. 2 home runs in that last game. I think all 6 RBIs. That one's low and away, or low and in. 429 average, tier 3 high pitch. So he's been throwing low here. 2-0 count. High pitch sent to deep center field, carrying, and it looks like it's going to die right in front of the warning track as Dolph Stake to haul it in. So 2 runners get stranded on 2 hits, but Charlemagne Charleston able to get the Overdogs out of that inning without allowing a run. Leadoff woman Kat Stanza comes up. First baseman hitting .400, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and locked in against Ansel Carouse. First pitch swinging. Hits off the end of the bat to shortstop and will be an easy throw to first. And Kat will lose her mojo as she heads back to the dugout. Boozle Doozy Shine comes up. You know how often I mess up his name. 333 average, neutral mojo, no home runs, and 1 RBI. Pops one foul, 1-1 count. Strike right there in the zone, slider right in the middle. And that fork ball sent into center field, but tracking it down is Geronimo James. I don't even know if Kraus has a fork ball, but that's what that looked like. Cash Adman comes up batting .333 and locked in, no home runs, and what was it? 3 RBIs. Fouled off, pitch high in the zone. It was not a fork ball. It might have been his curve. 1-2 count, and Kesha will take low. And she'll hit one hard. Diving and not able to make the play is Villegas, getting his first start as a rookie. And he got challenged on that one. Makes a diving effort. He actually probably holds the runner at first with that diving play, but it is going to count as a hit. And Kesha will be on first for Duke Lang, who's tense. Hitless on the year. Ball gets behind Chukov. Man, he tried to smother it, but it snuck right between his legs. And now Tier 2 RBI Hero is activated. Not a good spot for Kraus right now with the runner in second. 2-1 count for Lang. Looking for his first hit of the year. And he finds it. Oh, Jesus. Chukov gets the out to end the inning, but man, Ansel Kraus will lose mojo on that one as he gets beamed in the balls. Hot shot from Duke Lang. Tough spot for Ansel Kraus. We'll see how he handles that after this inning, after this half inning. Trinity Powers is locked in, batting .667 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. 2 home runs came in those last two in that last game, and she strikes out here. So Charleston's been really interesting today, as he hasn't been great, but he has been able to get a few strikeouts. That's 3 now through 1 1/3. Duffers will swing at the first pitch. He sends a prayer up, and it's going to be pop foul and caught. Out number 2, and now Alonso Villegas comes up. As Tier 3 stimulated, we won't see that until the bottom of the 4th. If it activates. 1-1 count. Getting his first start, first at bat of his career. Takes the ball low. 2-2, 2 outs. Charleston will get him to fly out into right field, but it's going to land foul. We'll do it again. Takes the ball high. Full count here for Villegas. Good at bat. He's worked here. And he gets a pitch where he likes it, but early he pulls a foul out of play. And there he whiffs on strike 3. The junk is working extra hard for Charleston as he gets his 4th strikeout in 2 innings of work. 1-2-3 there in the second go the Buzzards. And it's a scoreless game heading into the bottom of the second. Andre Candela will come up, DH today. And Kraus is rattled. He's going to try and fight through this, as the first pitch he gives to Candela is sent to deep left center field. Catching that on the warning track is James, however, and that's a loud out number 1. Marcel Herrera will come up now, hitless on the year. Took a first pitch ball outside. Kraus trying to fight through the pain. 1-1 count, and a dribbler right back to him. This one he gets and takes care of right away. That's out number 2, and now Patience Evergreen will come up. Tier 2 first pitch prayer, and Kraus still rattled despite getting 2 quick outs. Ball low, ball outside. The strike catches on the curve. 2-1 count, and this one will be sent to center field and carrying, but not enough. And catching that will be Geronimo James. A 1-2-3 inning for Ansel Kraus, and I believe that'll at least put him to tense mojo. If I'm not mistaken, we'll see at the bottom of the 3rd. But for now, we need to get our offense going as we'll go 9-1-2, starting with Evan Chukov. Tier 2 first pitch Slayer. And Charlemagne Charleston is locked in right now. Pop foul on the first pitch. Swings through strike 2. The curveball well inside, but he chases anyway. And he chases low and in for strike 3. And Charleston really getting into a groove here, relying on those off-speed pitches. James 1 for 1. He got an off-speed pitch. He drove into center field in his first at-bat. He takes a ball low here. He'll take a strike. It's a 1-1 count. Ball outside. Trying to be patient here as James, he gets an off-speed pitch. He gets underneath it, and it's going to hang up. Left field calling it as Patience Evergreen. And that's out number 2. Missed opportunity for James there. He got the pitch that he liked, but didn't get the barrel on it. 2 outs now for Tremendo, who struck out in the first inning. Taken for strike 1. Ball in the dirt. Good eye from Tremendo. Ball outside. Gets ahead in the count 2-1. Charleston still locked in. Now ahead 3-1. Good spot for Tremendo. And he muscles a pitch to deep center left field, but right to Patience Evergreen, who's able to get to it in time. Thought that might have been able to get over her head. She's not the quickest in the outfield, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Buzzards. And after putting up 17 runs in the last game against the Platypi, they sit here scoreless through 3. Carouse is tense. 1-1 count here to Tara Leonaire. And a grounder to third. Saul Morgan will scoop and toss to first, out number 1. Dolph Stake, the number 9 hitter, comes up batting .250 on the year. No home runs, no RBIs, no trades activated for him against the lefty Carouse. A dribbler right back to Carouse. Way to stab at that one as he gets it right at his feet. And tosses to first, out number 2. Is that enough to get his mojo back? He'll remain tense. And Kat Stanza will come up for her second at-bat, 0 for 1. First pitch strike, second pitch strike on the changeup. 0-2 for Kat. She won't chase out of the zone. Oh, my goodness. She's ahead of that one. The slider gets yanked down the right field line, but foul. And a nice one-hopper from Woodman, and he races to the bag. He'll win the foot race to end the inning. So Carouse clean through the third. 1-2-3 innings for him after getting hit in the balls. And hopefully that brings him back to neutral mojo. Saul Morgan 1 for 1 with a locked in. Will take a strike low. Ball too low. He wants a pitch low as he gets brushed back there. 2-1. Too low, 3-1. Good spot for Saul. And he'll take ball 4, so not trying to challenge him too much. He's fine with letting the runner aboard as he knows he already got the best of Sturdy Woodman once. Maybe he's confident he could do it again. Sturdy locked in with high pressure here, giving him a nice boost to his attributes as he swings through strike 1. He already struck out once. And a dribbler to second base, but slowly Herrera goes to second, gets the out, and Woodman able to avoid the double play. It's a fielder's choice, and he loses mojo at first base. We'll have 1 out for Sandberg. High pitch just misses the top of the zone. That one's just too high. Approaching the 50 pitch mark is Charleston. He gets a strike there. It's a 2-1 count. 50th pitch on the way. He's whiffed through for strike 2 on the changeup. Sandberg will fight one off and foul. 2-2 count with 1 out, a runner on first. Swings through strike 3, pulls the string. And this team seems to struggle against the off-speed stuff as Charleston has their number. Although he has had to work his pitch count quite a bit, he's still locked in, but he has 6 strikeouts. Ball low and away, 1-1 count with 2 outs for Powers. She had 2 home runs in the last game. Tough out activates on the 1-2. And she'll take strike 3. Don't know what she was looking for there, but Charleston paints the corner, and that'll be the third out of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th now, and it'll go 2-3-4 for the Overdogs. We'll see if Carouse is back to neutral mojo. He'd definitely be at least locked in. He's still tense, so really feeling the effects of that. Yeah, you can see him still messing with himself, adjusting. 1-1 count here to Boozy Shine. Doozy Shine. I do it every time. By the way, you saw that Villegas is juiced already. So here, bottom of the 4th, and our shortstop is juiced. He is also tense. Kesha Amin, locked in, coming up to the plate. I believe she reached on a diving effort from Villegas as he has to do it again. He gets up, tries to throw over in time, just behind the foot race there, as Kasha is able to leg out an infield single. Great play from Villegas. He had to do it last time. He wasn't able to make the play. This time he does. Kasha just so quick. And Duke Ling muscles one to left field, but hangs up for Morton Stamberg. He about hit it that hard right back up the box in the first inning. Corral still feeling the effects of it, as I think he was a little bit worried about that pitch he threw to Duke. 2 outs. Corral still tense over 40 pitches now. Runner takes off. Throw down is not in time. Easy steal for Kasha. And that'll be foul. It's going to be a 1-1 count to Candela. He hit one hard to left field in his last at-bat. Runner in scoring position, 1-2 count. Make it 2-2 now. Still 2 outs. And fouled off there. We'll do it again. 45 pitches for Carouse. And he gets a strikeout. So Carouse finally getting through another inning, and he has worked his way through 4 innings, only allowing 2 hits. And I believe they were both to Kasha Amin. But he's still tense for whatever reason. And now Chip Duffers will come up tense as well. High pressure. And you can see the impact that that's having on Duffers as he bloops over to Amin. Out number 1. Alonzo Villegas, 0 for 1, is tense after a diving attempt early in this game. He's juiced, however. So it's offsetting that tense mojo. But in a max pressure situation, he's a bit outclassed here. Kasha has to go all the way deep in the hole. She can't make the throw in time, and Villegas will leg out an infield single, and she kind of gives a nod to the rookie as she knows that he just beat him at her own game. Now runner on first, infield a double play depth, and back to neutral mojo is Villegas. Swinging through strike 2 is Chukov, 0 for 1 today, and he'll just swing and foul that one off. Still at max pressure. 65th pitch as a ball high. 1-2 for Charleston. Fouls one off again. Can't imagine Charleston has much left in the tank as this one's skied into left field. Hangs up for Evergreen, and runner retreats back to first. So that's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. And Charleston might be getting pulled, but we'll see if he is tasked with getting Geronimo out. They might be trying to give him the 5th. He will stay in. He's still locked in, however. Runner takes off. Ball outside. Throw down is in time. Throw in the dirt, and it still gets the runner. Good tag from Kasha. And that's how the inning ends. So through the 5th is Charlemagne Charleston putting on a hell of a performance. And Herrera gets replaced by Sting McGee. Sting batting 167, no home runs and no RBIs. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Not usually what you want to see as a batter, but he does come up with a base hit into right field. Only the 3rd hit of the day allowed by Carouse. Patience comes up 0 for 1. Carouse still tense. I cannot believe that he has not been able to get into... As that strike crosses up Chukov, this pisses me off, as that's the 2nd time this has happened in this game. Chukov loses mojo, and the runner advances to second. Jose Tremendo should be able to get to this one in right center field. He's got cannon arm. Sting McGee tags up. Runner coming. And yeah, he smartly turns around and retreats back to second. There was going to be an easy play for Jose, and that cannon arm holds another runner. But that's a big out there. Runner on second still for Tara Leonaire. Carouse still tense. Ball inside almost hits her. Over 50 pitches now is Carouse. Just past half stamina. 3-0 and ball 4. Carouse loses all his accuracy there, and that'll put a runner on first. Now, this might be a smart play, as there is 1 out, and now there is a force for the double play. Tara gets replaced by Alba, has tier 2 clutch. In a max pressure situation, that helps out a lot. Great speed at first. So if it is a grounder, it has to be quick. Dolph is very fast as well. 1-1 count. Max pressure. Strike at the top of the zone. And Carouse will get him to pop foul. We'll do it again. Strike 3 called. And Dolph Stake loses mojo. He says something to the ump as he heads back to the dugout. Carouse with a huge strikeout there. With 2 outs now for Costanza, who's 0 for 2. Carouse finally back to neutral mojo for his 60th pitch. Remember, he went to rattled mojo back in the 1st. Here he is in the bottom of the 5th, finally getting back to neutral. Fouled off there. It's a 2-1 count with 2 outs, runners on first and second. And hard hit ball to right field. Not going to be able to get to that one. Actually, it gets up over the wall. And Cat Stanza breaks this open in the bottom of the fifth. Ansel Krause had a hell of a game. I don't know if you let him stay in for that third time through the order. Cat with a 3-run homer will break the 0-0 tie. And that might be all she wrote for the Buzzards here, as Brick Towers will finally come in for Ansel Krause. Ansel, that was a heroic performance. Despite the home run there, it gets a grounder to Chip Duffers for out number 3, so good work from Brick Towers. But man, that is such a heartbreaker, as the 4th hit allowed by Krause is a 3-run homer. And he battled through an injury in that first inning. We'll go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 6th. They're going to keep Sting at catcher, Alba at second base, and Charleston stays in. 70th pitch is a ball. It's a 2-0 count here to Geronimo James. 3-0 now. Should be getting the red light. He swings at one. Diving play from Cat Stanza. Race to the bag, and misplaying it is Charlemagne Charleston, and they give the error to... I don't know if that's an error. It is not an error. They give it a hit. But they give a mojo drop to Cat Stanza. She's not the one that messed up. Tucker Turlington comes in to replace Charlemagne Charleston, pretty much the same hitter. And this ball's lofted into center left field and hangs up for Evergreen. I thought it was going to drop. It just kind of hung there for a little too long. Good try from Jose Tremendo as he almost snuck one into left center field. Tucker Turlington with tier 2 clutch in a max pressure situation. Locked in Saul Morgan comes up. He gets a low pitch and drives into right field, but that hangs up for Duke Lang. So 2 hard hit balls, but very tough luck from the Buzzards offense, and they're down to their last out. Down by 3, and Sturdy Woodman comes up 0 for 2, probably happy to see somebody other than Charlemagne Charleston on the mound. Takes the first pitch strike, takes the second pitch strike. Down to their last strike, Sturdy will take strike 3. What an uncompetitive at-bat to end this game. The Overdogs win it, and this one's a heartbreaker. You just know that things would have gone so much differently if Ansel doesn't get hit in the balls in that first inning. He probably has enough gas left in the tank to get through Cat Stanza there in the 5th, but instead, she gets a huge 3-run homer. That's the game winner, and the Buzzards get shut out. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Overdogs, no runs on 4 hits for the Buzzards. Our first loss of the season in Game 3. Really unfortunate there. Our offense was dead in the water. 2 hits from James, 1 hit from Morgan, and a walk, and then a hit from Villegas there in the later innings. But that's all we could do. The Overdogs on the other side, not much better. Same 4 hits, 2 from Emmon, 1 from Sting McGee, and then a walk from Tara Leonaire, and a 3-run homer from Cat Stanza. Alba did pinch run for Leonaire. Sting McGee scored on that Stanza home run as well. We have Krause getting the loss, which is really, really tough to look at because he pitched so well through the injury. 4 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs on a home run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Brick Towers came in relief in the bottom of the 5th and got 1 out he was asked for. Then Charleston gets the win. He was phenomenal today. 5 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Turlington comes in, gets the save, 1 inning pitch, 1 strikeout, does his job. And the Buzzards lose their first game of the season. Cat Stanza number 1, Charlemagne Charleston number 2, and Kasha Emmon number 3. That's a tough loss. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us later. I feel like this team feels way different than what we saw last year. Jesus, I hate this. I'm going to do this for Sturdy because 1, that was an ugly strikeout to end the game, and 2, his loyalty is higher than Jose's, and I believe also he's older than Jose Tremendo. I think it's easier to replace a first baseman like Sturdy Woodman than it is to replace a right fielder like Jose Tremendo. Sorry, Sturdy. We'll try and get that back for you. Between these two, who do you drop loyalty for? This time I'm going to drop it for Carlton because he has not been playing well for us, and he is expensive. And Ansel Krause had such a great game. I just feel so bad for him. So we'll give it to Carlton there. We still lead the division at 2-1. The Crocs right behind us, tied with the same record, but lower in run differential. We do have the best run differential in the league, thanks to that. Oops, sorry about that. We have the best run differential in the league, thanks to that huge 17-1 victory against the Platypi. But definitely hate seeing that loss. And we're going to be sending our rookie Kenzie Willis, the number 4 starter, to the mound, facing off against Rufus Zumar, who has seen some regression here with Tier 2 falls behind and Tier 2 crossed up. And it looks like the B-Wolves bullpen is pretty weak based on their ratings up there. So this could be a chance for us to capitalize on a weak starter who's also going to maybe turn it to the pen earlier than they'd like. We'll be facing off against a pretty formidable offense in Juice Jackson, Churnley there, and Devon Godsendez, 3 very scary hitters. But before we go any further, let's take a look at what's going on here. And I saw something I'm really excited about here, but we'll get to that in a moment. So Maggie Rags gets brought in to replace Fiona Clark. We have Morton Stanberg getting some development options, as well as Ricky Kwan. -9 arm for Kwan, so he's starting to regress. Cannon arm for Evan Chukov. Hello. Yes, we're going to go for that. Then we have a chance for development for Ramon, Rocket Ramon. Spike Pena gets released by the Jacks, replaced by Olaf Slackoff. Chance for development for Brick, and a chance for fastball hitter on Saul Morgan. And if we could get that on him, that would be insane, as that is one of the scariest traits in this game, I believe, in my opinion. And I think that along with low pitch, it's going to be really hard to pitch to Saul Morgan if he gets that one. So let's take a look. We're going to do this one for Chukov. One power, he gets a chance for 5 more and a chance for cannon arm on any catcher you want that. So let's see if we get the bonus power. We do not. That's okay, because we want cannon arm, and we're not going to get it. Tough luck there for Chukov. He gets 1 power, and that's it. I will do this development for Brick because it would be nice to get him another pitch. 1 velocity, chance for 2 more, and he won't get that. Will he get the 2-seam fastball? He will not. That's okay. He is getting that much better. 97 velocity now. 27-year-old Rocket Ramon with chance to gain a 5th pitch, which would be crazy. 1 velocity, 2 junk. I'll wait on that one. We'll give it another game. We'll see if that makes sense to do. Morton here, however, speed fielding arm. That's where he already has strength, but I'm fine with spending this money to make him even better. So we'll speed that up, and he hits both of the rolls. So he gets +3 speed, +3 fielding. That's really impressive. That's fun to see. Now this is the one we really want. +2 contact, which I wish it was 2 power instead, but a chance for fastball hitter, which we currently have sitting at Tier 3. Oh, please, please, please. We don't get it. Damn it. Oh, that would have been crazy. All right, so Saul gets to max out contact, but we don't get that crazy fastball hitter trait. It is what it is. Anyways, so that's player development. I do want to peek. Yeah, we don't really have many options here. I will say we could consider bringing in Willard Wiggins to replace Carlton here, as Carlton has been expensive and has not been very productive for us. If we were to do this, it would not affect our chemistry. We would lose first pitch Slayer, which is not that important to me. But we would gain a decent defender with a good arm. We would gain a lot of pop in the bat. We would lose a lot of contact, but we would also get Dive Wizard and RBI Hero. This would kind of make things a little bit more platoony for both Villegas and Wiggins. Actually, there's one other thing I wanted to check. What was the issue that I had? Oh, was it Saul Morton? No. What was the... Didn't I say that there was a reason, or there was an issue with this team? Maybe it was after I brought in, or before I brought in Carlton Starr. Or maybe I'm mixing up with the other league. I don't remember. Willard Wiggins is a little bit older, still a lefty. I don't know. And we free up a good amount of money here. Put us at 12-3. Meaning we'll still keep bringing in a bunch of money. Is this worth it? And I believe Willard will probably get signed before or after the next game anyways, because he is below his price point. I think this is not a bad move. I think we look to do this. We bring in Wiggins. We replace Carlton. I think we're still going to be able to have a decent, solid shortstop defensively. We're going to have solid speed still. Contact goes down, but power goes up, plus a really nice tier 2 trade in RBI Hero, which I believe is better than First Pitch Slayer. So I think we'll do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. We haven't seen much offensively from Carlton Star anyways. Actually, let's double check this. He's currently 2 for 7. He does have 2 RBIs. He has a double. Am I giving him a hard time for no reason? He hasn't struck out. He does have an error. That was why he was tense. He had the error. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'll hold off for now. We'll see if Willard is available after this next game, and we'll see how Carlton does. Because Villegas probably will have to play for Duffers with how tense he is. All right, let's go ahead and set the lineup for the next game. And yeah, Duffers is still tense, so I think what we'll do is we're going to position swap with Villegas. And then we're going... Oh, Villegas can't play... What was I thinking? Can Carlton play second base? Yes. Huh. Why did I think Villegas could play second? Either way, I think this still works. I'll bump Carlton back into the 2 spot. Jose had a tough game, although most players did. And maybe I'll move him back down to the 7 spot. I'm going to give Chukov a day off after he muffed a couple of pitches, allowed 2 runners to advance. That didn't mean anything in the scheme of things, or in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, I'm fine with this lineup as is here. And we'll see what happens next time. If Carlton has a tough game, we might look to try and bring in Wiggins if we can afford him, or if he's still there. And then Willis here, the rookie getting her first start of her career. This is where we're going to rely on the bullpen to help her out if she can't go very long. And thankfully, Ansel Corrales was able to save the bullpen with another fine performance, as we have fresh Mills. We essentially have a fresh Towers. Ramon hasn't been used. No one's been used except for Brick Towers, and he was used in 2 of the first 3 games here. So he still has a lot of room left to work with. But yeah, that's what we'll see next time out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.